Alrighty, out here working on the 9700. This injector is the one that blew out of the hole last fall. It broke that stud right there. So I gotta put the new injector back, or not a new injector. I had to put a tip on it. The thing had actually got stuck open, and was just running all the fuel through return. And so we ended up actually, didn't know it, I thought it was short on power last year, but I just contributed it to the tall green beans, and it turns out it was running on 7 cylinders the whole fall. Very thankful it didn't burn a hole in the piston or something. So some neat parts here and fresh overhauled injector. I had to put a new tip on it. New plunger, or not, needle in it too. Let's see. There's several ways to go about doing that. You always gotta make sure that washer's seated down in there. Sometimes you can put grease on it, but these are really easy to see, so you don't generally need to do that with these. Yeah. And there's a little rubber sleeve that goes over here. That goes in there like that. That comes off. Little washer there. And there's the nut. The old copper washer. Had to get this stuff new because it broke this stuff last year and it went flying and we never did find the stuff. Probably fell down in here and fell out on the ground somewhere. Luckily went down to the Massey dealer, and the guy that is at the one of the guys who runs the Massey dealer also does pulling tractors, and he had a bunch of 640 Perkins sitting around, a bunch of spare parts on them. So we were able to get that. And that smashes it in there pretty well. Always put new copper washers in whenever you have an injector out, and then there's little aluminum, or it could be copper sealing rings that go here. Get that plug out of there. That go for the return line. You always put that stuff on because it could have a fire hazard if it starts leaking diesel. So, well, I'll get the lines hooked up. We'll fire it up. I already got her in there. See if it'll start now. It's been sitting for about 9 months probably. Hopefully you can see. Took right off there. We'll go back and check for leaks, and we'll take it down to Dad's house. Well, man, we're off on the hour and a half trek down to Dad's house. About 22 miles or so. Got to go around town, hit some stoplights and whatnot. Got our corn here. Don't look too bad. It looked kind of sickly early on, but thankfully I've been able to catch some rains. And there's the beans that I sprayed. is that? I guess that was over a week ago I sprayed those, but everything, water hamp's definitely drooped over and is about dead. They're getting ready to tile it. Don't know what the heck that guy's deal. It's American Water people who lay the water pipeline. See, that patch of weed's looking awfully brown now. Come back another week, that stuff will all be brown. Up on this bridge, you can sure see for a ways up here. The Indians probably would have held on to this land for another 20 years if they had a lookout like this 200 years ago. That farmstead there at the Silos is a really was a really nice farmstead, real pretty. Sat up on a little bit of a rise there. Got several barns, a shed. Sits on 160 acres there, but the whole thing's just gone to ruin. No one lives there anymore. Kind of a shame, because that was a really nice farmstead years ago. Oh, mine's still a little bouncy. Got flat spots in the tires from sitting all winter and summer. Don't got a ton to do to it this year like we did last year. Did a lot last year, and I think that'll get us for a long time. We'll be able to put about 70 hours a year on this machine cutting beans. When you only cut for 7 hours a day or so before the humidity comes back, if things are cutting good, you just don't add hours up and run 2 combines of beans. Don't take long to run over 800 acres of beans. But when I get this back down to Dad's, I'm going to come back up here to Grandpa's and get the 7800. I've got to get working on it for the half-century show. Got several things I need to do to it. So, well, that'll be it for this little snippet here. So thanks for watching.